is up? It's your girl EJ, and we are here to talk about the Temptations, y'all. We are in the building. I am so sorry that we are a little bit late today, but it was all my fault. It wasn't the ladies' fault. It was my fault. But y'all already know it's movie night with the ladies. We're about to get into this Temptations. I already got some of my girls already on the screen, y'all. We look at me and Moochie. Listen, we gotta get our hair done, so we can't be out here showing y'all our faces and stuff. So we got y'all next time. What's up, Mooch? How you doing?
What's up? I'm good.
Good.
What's up, y'all?
What's up?
Candy Love in the building. Hey, bro.
I am Candy Ruffin, okay?
Oh, no, you're not. No, you're not.
I'm Candy Ruffin.
Okay, you Candy Ruffin. I'm the real David Ruffin.
Hey,
hold on. Somebody else popped in. Here we go. Let's see. We got Tamika's Den is in the building. Tamika, how you doing? Okay, she might not. She just might be on the thing. Okay, y'all. So let me go.
Y'all. What's going on? I didn't realize I was on mute.
No problem. Well, okay, y'all. Let's go see who in the building. Samara's in the building. We got Savannah in the building. Kendall in the building. What's up, Tika Deshawn, my girl? Tika with all things ruthless, home of the ruthless addicts. We got Ty T in the building. And we got our girl Rashonda in the building. Daria's in the building. Always coming through, y'all, showing love. We appreciate y'all. So we talking about part 2 of the Temptations, y'all. And I just need y'all to know that tonight, I figured, your girl been a little busy. And I really haven't been doing these lives like I should. I ain't been putting on no extra stuff. But tonight, I thought I was going to bring on some extra today, y'all. So I got a surprise for y'all. And y'all don't have no choices but to participate. I have, I don't know, just like some ground. I don't know what it, like you at my main, since I'm the main host tonight, you got to do it. So whatever it is, don't look like that, Candy. Don't do that.
Oh, you saw me? Oh, I thought I was.
Yeah, I saw your face. Inga, she probably gonna pop through later. She's supposed to be coming through. So, all right, y'all. So let me get these slides up because we got to go ahead and jump into this. Let me see which format we gonna be on today, y'all. I think I'm I like this one. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. All right. So last time we left off, y'all. Paul was, kind of going through his thing. I want to say when we left off, Paul was Paul, at his peak yet? I can't remember exactly where we left off at. Anyway, in the second half of it,
when we left off, he got kicked out. David Ruffin was kicked out of the group.
Yeah, David Ruffin was, but Paul wasn't kicked out yet. So in this first scene. Okay, gotcha. So in the first scene, we Paul isn't like alcoholic yet. That's why I was trying to remember. I was like, he had started drinking, but he wasn't like bad yet. He just started drinking.
No.
Right.
So this is where we're gonna see that Dennis Edwards, y'all, he done came in because David done got kicked out, right? Okay. So what y'all think about Dennis Edwards? I mean, because I always count him as a main member in a sense, because I feel like he came early enough that he still get to be like an OG. Tamika, do he get to be an OG or not?
Yeah, I feel he did his thing. I love Dennis Edwards, and I think he was a good fit when he did, come in. He had his own style to him, but I liked him.
That's what's up. Shout out to Tika Boo. I see you, girl, with your super sticker already. Moochie, why don't you hit us with one of them? Go ahead.
Hit the like, hit the share. Put me up in that algorithm, y'all, and holla at your girl.
Okay.
They don't want to hear you.
Oh,
hey.
Hi, Kitty.
Oh, hey, Kayla.
I'll be there.
She's trying to tell y'all to put us in the algorithm too.
All right, now.
It was like me.
Shout out to Savannah for her super sticker. Is it a sticker?
Nice. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Savannah got one too. Hold on.
Yeah.
I must have missed hers. Shout out to Savannah as well. I was trying to highlight it, but I couldn't find it. Okay, there you go. Shout out to Savannah. Appreciate you, girl. Appreciate you. Samara said, y'all, she said, let me find her right here. Samara said that David had picked him. I seen that in the documentary.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, that's what's up. I haven't seen a documentary in a minute, and I didn't even try. I couldn't even do it. I wanted to, but I couldn't. I wanted to try to be like Tamika, come with them fun facts, but I
Yeah,
didn't.
they got some really good, stuff on the documentary. Once I looked up some things, and looked at the movie because I had originally watched part one on YouTube. It was like, you know how once you watch one thing, it's showing you everything of that. So much stuff was coming up. That's where I had got some of my, facts from. I think I had 3 left over from the last time because it was pertaining to this part. So we'll
Gotcha.
get into it a little later.
Okay.
Yeah,
See,
Okay.
but
Tamika
David
coming
was
through
a
with them fun
perfect
facts,
fit.
y'all. Okay, that's what's up. Okay, Tati said, hey, y'all, happy 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s since we're talking about the Temptations. Okay. All right. Okay, y'all. So Dennis got quite the introduction, though. You know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like your boy was standing over there. David was standing over there. He was over there in that corner. And I still believe that it was Eddie who told him what the location was, where it was going down. But I can't confirm that, but I think it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
a
What
It
y'all
possibility.
looked like it.
Yeah,
what you
because it was
think?
perfect.
What you think? You
Mm-hmm.
think Eddie spilled the beans?
Oh yeah, we back in Detroit. I'm gonna let you know when we touch down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so. So anyway, what y'all think about this? Because this is one of my favorite scenes. What you think about this scene, Candy?
I loved it. I am Candy Ruffin. I love David. I loved it. It was David, typical David. I'm gonna do what I want to do, no matter what. I am David Ruffin. I am the tip. These are the temptations. That's just his persona. Of course, it was rude and disrespectful. However, it was David, and he did what he had to do.
Okay. Did anybody send Inga the link? Because I said send her the link because I didn't get
I'm
a chance
sending
to.
it now. I just
Oh, okay.
realized she didn't have it.
Okay. Okay, cool. Because I was like, usually she'd be here by now, but okay, cool. Okay, yeah. This was one of my favorite parts. Okay, so y'all, as a matter of fact, we're gonna let Inga jump in first before we go to my first little surprise. But we'll
Uh-oh.
we'll we'll come back to it in just a second. Tamika, any thoughts on this particular part right here when David comes sweeping in, taking that mic?
Yeah, this was mad rude, as my son would say. It was disrespectful as hell, but they played it off. They played it off. They was always professional. So it was like,
Yeah,
if the audience didn't know, then they wasn't gonna know. They would just think like, oh, okay, they got David hopping in and joining them for this.
yeah. Imagine
Okay,
being at that concert, y'all.
Right.
okay,
Imagine being at that concert. That
girl,
that, that must have been crazy when he came out like that.
okay, them girls was going crazy over him.
Yes.
I was
Oh
like,
yes.
okay,
Hmm.
y'all, tell me something. Y'all ever wonder, like, have y'all ever? Because I love Usher, and I know me and Candy, we there, we love us some Usher, right? But I
Yes.
don't know if I'm fainting if I see Usher. Y'all fainting if y'all see y'all favorite person, because people used
Uh-uh.
to faint and stuff, and I'm
I
like,
don't have time to paint. I
Mm-mm.
got things to do.
okay, I need to see
Now we see
everything.
them so
I don't
much.
know.
It's not even necessary to faint.
I guess it
Mm-mm.
was like you wouldn't really know until you in the moment. I know that my top two faves, well, amongst others, but that I got to see in concert was Patti LaBelle and Prince. And I would think I would have fainted for Prince, but I didn't. I held it together. I was partying.
Like it was 1999.
Right.
Okay,
Well,
what's
I
up,
fanned
Nita?
out when I got to touch Usher. I fanned out. I did. I really did.
Okay, you touched him,
Yeah,
girl.
I did. I sent you the video.
Girl, did you? But
Yeah,
did you touch
Touched
him?
who? Wait, say that again
Usher.
one
I
more
I
remember the
touched
video, but
Usher.
I don't remember you. Or I might have, girl.
How the
I'm gonna
camera
look at
went
it again.
down, baby. You know how the camera go down? You're like, golly, that's a bad cameraman. I was bad because I was like,
Yeah,
I
I
touched
just
him
heard
with
a
this
lot of
hand.
noise.
Girl, yes, I was hollering and screaming, me and my sister.
Okay, I ain't mad at you on that one. I'm a little J, but it's okay. I still love you though. What's up, Nita? Appreciate you coming through.
Hey,
Okay,
Nita.
y'all. So Let me give her another. Okay, yeah. So when they get back to the backstage, this is when I really felt like Eddie was like, yeah, he called it because he was hyping him up so much. But y'all, okay, Tamika, I'm going to you first. Tell me how you was feeling when when he was sitting up there talking. When he was like, "Y'all need me."
The thing was that he still came back with his same attitude. You know, he went from just being like, "Oh, I'm back." This, of course, definitely reminded me of like Bob Harvey's that moment.
Eddie
But
Kane.
you know, he did
got
some
ugly
good.
real
And
quick.
then Eddie
Yeah.
just has a soft spot. Of course, we see Eddie with his soft spot a couple of times throughout this second half. It always pulls my heartstrings. And this actor's so good. I feel like sometimes he don't even gotta talk. He could just, do those eyes and you feel his emotions.
Yes.
And he really did feel like, but he's doing better. Y'all say it's temptation forever and all of that. Like, why can't we just let him back in? So, yeah.
Mm.
You good, Torek? We just started. We came in a little bit late, so we right at the very beginning. So you just on time. You just in
Yep,
time.
just in time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Inga still ain't popped in yet. Okay, y'all. So
I sent her the link.
okay. Okay, so Candy, any comments on this one before I move on?
No, like you said, Eddie was soft hearted, towards as far as, wanting David to still be there and not them be so mean and aggressive towards him. But, it
Otis
had
cussed, y'all. Otis said,
yes, yes, they made Otis use a I mean, it had to be done because it was mad rude, as Tamika said. It was very rude and disrespectful, what he did, But
Paul
I
wasn't
mean,
saying nothing. Paul said, I ain't saying jack because I'm already
right. I'm already teetering on
Yeah.
timeout. So yeah.
Look, I'm good.
Nah, they really wasn't talking about his drinking yet, though.
No. But he knew it was there.
But he knew it was there, and they've all noticed it. It just ain't got
Yeah.
out of control just yet to the
Mm-hmm.
point where it's, really, really affecting them. All right, so let's move to the party. So the guys, they win a Grammy, and they actually win a Grammy for the song that Dennis Edwards is actually on. I can't think of the name of it right now, y'all. I apologize. But that's what
Cloud Nine. Cloud Nine.
Cloud nine.
Okay. But
Cloud
that's what's
Nine.
so
Fine.
that's what's
I'm
so
sorry.
interesting about this is that out of all the hits that they've had, that's the one that they win
Yeah.
for. But it is what it is because I like Cloud Nine too. But I'm just saying you would think that some of the other stuff, but you know how it go.
Yeah.
So this was an interesting moment because we really start to see Paul's drinking really start to take effect. We know that it's happening. You can tell his wife, she can tell that it's coming on. Tamika, kind of talk to us about this scene.
Yeah, this scene always breaks my heart. I just got a soft spot for Eddie and Paul. I don't know why, but I just do. And seeing them, coming together with them, and of course they already knew each other and was best friends. And to see him go from not drinking at all to now you drinking to now you just became an alcoholic. You don't even know it. You ain't got no control over it. People trying to kind of be subtle about it, and his wife trying to hint at it, and he getting mad at her, and then he's saying that he doing this for mama, especially when he bought a piano with Melvin and he's singing.
Oh
I'm like,
yeah.
oh please, somebody grab Paul. No, Paul, no.
Okay, so speaking of that, we're gonna do our first little kind of like game-ish type of thing or whatever. So
You gotta send Inga the link. You gotta
hmm?
send Inga the link. I said you gotta send Inga the link.
Oh, it didn't go through for her? Okay, hold
She can't get in with the one I sent. Sorry.
on. Okay. Hold on. Let
Go ahead.
me
I'll send her. I'll send it. Hopefully it'll work.
Okay, I'll try to send it while I'm trying to send the link. Moochie, talk about Josephine and Otis because he looking
Oh,
like he looking like he want his old thing back, girl. He looking like it.
exactly. And she is not even giving him the time of day. She's like, nah, I've been down this road before. Then when you gonna go back on the road, you gonna be all over the place. No can do. Come over here and say goodbye to your daddy. She was not playing with him. She was not playing at all.
At all.
Okay, Kim, what you think about that? Did you think they was gonna get back together? Or you was like, this ain't finna happen.
Yeah, she was over it. She already done gave him some chances. And remember, we talked about in part one, of course, that they kind of switched this a little bit. At that point, they wasn't together no more. But I'm sure he probably did have his time where it was like, oh, let's, get back together. Let's be a family and all of that kind of stuff. But child, he was out here in them streets. He was for the streets.
Okay.
Yeah, she wasn't trying to go back to that.
Okay, I think this her right here. Let me see. Up there she go. I'm bringing you in, Inga. Okay, can you hear me? Hold on.
Hello?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Can
Okay,
y'all hear
hold
me?
on. I gotta switch the hold on, because I think I got this set up for 4. Give me just a second. I gotta switch this around real quick. I got all these different hold on, let me just go to the old school one.
My glass.
All this extra stuff. What I tell you? Okay, we gonna go back old school. Okay. What up, DeMarcus? What up? Okay, y'all. So we're gonna go back to our first thing. So Tamika, you gonna go first, and you get to actually either you get to take it or you get to pass it to somebody else, and you get to pick who it is. I'm not gonna tell you what's about to happen. You just you gonna take it or you gonna pass it.
Oh God, and you ain't gotta say what it is. I don't know if I want to take it or not. I'll take it. I'll take my chances. Let's see.
Okay. You gonna get this. Hold on. Hold on, let me make sure.
Oh, mercy. She got us singing. Jesus Christ.
Huh? Hold on, here we go. All right. So what's about to happen is this, Tamika. Make sure I got all the ones in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7. It's 4, y'all. We're gonna have 3 extras. Okay. So I'm about to play this scene. It's a music scene. And you have to sing the song. It's not gonna play the words, it's just gonna play the scene.
Oh Lord.
And you can sing any words from it. It can be whatever you got, okay? Whatever you remember from it. So let's start with, let me see. I'm gonna give you the easy one because you took it.
EJ coming out with the banger.
Oh, Dag, I know this song, but I don't remember.
Oh, how you don't know?
I don't remember.
What you got? Come on now. You gotta know this one, Tamika.
I don't remember.
Chat, help her out, y'all. Y'all know the words to
I
that.
know you want to leave me, but I refuse to let you go.
Okay.
If
Who
I
is
have to
singing?
beg
Candy.
for your sympathy,
Candy.
I don't
It's not
mind
yours.
to be that much of me.
Ain't
Not
so
yours
bad.
at all. That was Tamika's.
She said, I don't know.
Oh,
All right, we got
God.
one more so that we can, because it's from the other scene. All right. Since Candy guessed that one, who you picking, Candy? You
Me?
taking it or you finna say you finna pass it to somebody else?
I want it.
Oh God. Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Oh Lord. Okay. And guess what? I was saying this today, and Dallas like, "Mommy, please." I got love. I can make it. For once in my life, I have someone who needs me.
I guess we gonna let you have that one. You do the words though.
I told you I was singing it today. That was like, "Mommy, please." See, I can't sing it in a drunk man tone, then I'm laughing. So no.
I feel you. That's what's up. All right, let me get these screenshots.
I got to
Let
read
me
the
bring the
comments.
other ones up. Oh, hold on. That's the part. Hold on. That's the wrong part. My bad. Okay. So, hold on. Hold on. What are my slides? Hold on. Part 1. Where part 2 at? Yeah, give me a second. Gotta find part 2. So after, After that, yeah, this might be part 2. Okay, hold on. This might be right. I feel like I'm missing the
part
slide,
2.
but I might not be missing the slide. I might not be missing the slide. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna talk about it regardless. So Melvin is gonna have some issues, y'all. Hey Inga Boo, how are you? I'm sorry, girl. How you doing?
Hey, ladies.
How
Hi.
are you?
Hey.
I'm okay, hanging in there.
Good. So since you just came in, I'm gonna let you talk about Melvin and his issues and what's going on with him and how selfless he is.
Blue, right?
Yeah,
Blue,
Blue.
that's it.
Sorry, Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I just trying to remember his name. He you say, oh, how selfless he is.
Yeah, so
Selfless,
selfless.
yeah, cause he gave up everything. You know, he followed along with whatever oldest wanted to do, and he just did it for the betterment of the group, not necessarily thinking about himself. It was always what's good for the group and follow along with whatever oldest wanted to do. Yeah, so I mean, he pretty much was the best guy in this the whole group.
Yeah, you can't help
Yeah.
but like him.
Yeah.
Moochie, what about this scene right
Yes.
here? Like when he, finds, he's been hurting. So in the previous scene, when Otis is out there trying to get his old thing back, we see Otis. We see not Otis. We see Blue sit down, and you kind of see him grab his knee. It looks like he's in pain. And then this is when we get to
Mm-hmm.
the next scene where the doctor is
Right.
telling him like, "Hey, you gotta stop," but he
Yeah.
don't want
You
to. How
can
does
hang
that
up your
make you
dancing
feel?
shoes for a walker. That's what he said.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
And we ain't got to the scene where he got shot yet, right?
Now,
No.
Inga, you like way ahead. Now you like me.
Oh, okay.
You
Take your
like
track shoes
take your.
off.
I want you to take
Oh,
your track
yeah,
shoes off.
let
Put them down. Put them down.
me go put my track shoes in my room. Take them off my
Yeah,
feet.
put them up.
I know that's
Okay.
right.
You about to run a marathon, yo.
Inga like me
Go
be
ahead,
jumping all the way.
Flojo.
No,
Yeah, and
because
be
I
like,
knew he had problems with with his walking and everything, but it was first it started with arthritis. He had
Yeah.
Yeah.
arthritis very,
Cause
very
that's
bad.
Yeah.
bone on bone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he had to take those injections, and he really wasn't supposed to be performing anymore, or at least slowing down. But he wasn't trying to do that.
Mhm.
Hell
No.
no. We gotta
And
show
then
here.
back
Show here.
then, the
Show
this was
technology,
everything.
probably
they
the
didn't
first
have any
time we,
technology, you know. So it was worse. He really couldn't do anything.
Hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we see him actually raise his voice a little bit. I said, wait a minute, I got my Blue out here raising his voice.
Mhm. Mhm.
Cause he like just give me the shot. Then he say please, and he's still so nice with it. I said, dang, Blue just he can't even be mean. Let me see.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Kendall said
Uh
he was a gentle soul, and I agree with that.
I was just getting ready to say that he was a gentle soul.
Mhm.
Melvin took us back of how OG said wrap up so the cold doesn't cause arthritis, addresses aging
Absolutely.
and instability.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
His mama show told him that back when when we
Hmm.
in the very
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right, y'all. So we're about to go on to this next scene. This is when we're about to see that Paul is. Oh, hold on, y'all. I'm on the wrong thing. I'm not even pushing. Okay,
Oh,
that
Paul.
Paul, he a little drunky drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he off step. He's the one who's always on rhythm, on step,
Hmm.
all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Tamika, what did you think about this? Because it broke my heart. But how did you?
Yeah. It always broke my heart with Paul, and this is when they was kind of saying like, nah, he can't be on the daggone stage like that. He gonna have to go. Like he got he gotta get some help. Something gotta happen. And Paul was like, I mean, Eddie was like, if he go, I go. I'm sorry, we are 2 for 1. Okay, we are 2 for 1 special. We rocks together. I gotta look over and see him. Like it ain't
Mm-hmm.
going down like that. So yeah, that always hurt me. And then even though they say this was kind of Shane's too, but they put Richardson saying they like, all right, we got an idea. And he was
Yeah.
backstage singing, and they like he's nervous even though he's not on stage, and we gonna play it off like it's Paul singing so he can still be up there.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was
Because the
like, that's what.
Temptations were known for precision and, and
Yes.
being on, on beat
Mhm.
and
Yeah, Paul
precise
was a
steps.
hot
And
mess at this point. Paul was a
That
hot
was
mess.
smart what they did.
yeah,
Mhm.
turn his mic down and turn Richards up.
Yeah.
and
Okay,
turned the
Yeah,
Moochie.
but
lights
Richard knew
down
all the
low too.
parts.
Yeah.
Richard
Look
knew
at him
all the
swing.
parts, so he could jump right in.
But look how he swing
What
though.
happened. What choir boy say? I know all his parts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, Moochie.
Oh man. What?
Okay, and you can any part of it because this one is not as. I mean, you might know it. I mean, you just looked at it, you might know it. But I'm about to hit it, and you just any part of it because I don't even know all the words of this one. Hold on.
Oh, I don't know the words to this song. Oh, I can make the rain. I don't know the words to this. I just know can't get next to you, baby. Chicka boom boom boom.
You did good. You did good.
You can have your fortune told. That's the only part I knew.
That was just drunk behind singing like that.
But that song is called the psychedelic something. But yeah. That's the only part I know about that song is every time because I'll be so focused on that one part. I'll be like, here it comes, here it comes.
I just know the
Okay,
part where
y'all.
chicka boom
So
boom boom.
he gets, he's sick, and of course they end up having to take him to the hospital, and the doctor's just like, I don't know if he ever gonna perform again. But Eddie knew right then, y'all, that Otis was gone, that was it, that he was going to push him out the group. Candy, is that what you felt too when you saw this scene? Did you know that this was gonna be the logical next step? And I don't know, this was another sad moment for me. And I also want to talk about and you can also talk about when Eddie goes to see David because he's also gonna go see David, but then David hands him the pipe. So
Listen, I was like, what the world is he really giving him the dope? But okay. He was telling him the truth that they're gonna push Paul once Paul is out, and then you're gonna be next. He was telling the truth because he knew that they were doing things they had, that they were doing drugs, alcohol abuse. Like you need to be on point when you're a temptation. So he knew they were not on point. Eddie wasn't doing anything at that point, was he? He just was able to manipulate Eddie, I think.
He was able to keep his one under control than the others. That's
Yeah,
but
he
it seems like he was
definitely
able
was
to manipulate
manipulating.
him.
He definitely was manipulating Eddie, in my opinion. He did have some truth to some stuff, but I felt like it was like, look what they did to me, and I was the best one. And you're gonna be next, and then sitting here trying
he was
to
playing games with his head.
yeah, like and he like me. He like you're gonna be next, and he like. Oh, me and Paul's situation is the same, and it's like no, actually, it's not. I mean, yes, it is both dealing with addiction, but yours was a completely different situation than Paul. So he definitely was playing on him.
He was
exactly, and then
he was able to get him to take drugs. Like
I was like, not passing. And
Kim said, at this point, all I wanted to do is give Paul a hug and say,
yes.
That's right. I want to give Paul a big old hug too. I'm like, just oh my goodness, y'all.
I love Paul.
Paul had the moves. He had the voice. Paul was just it. He just what was going on?
Story. That's just so tragic. Like tragic.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Hold on. Don't look at that right there because I had switched this up. So don't worry about that part. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna move on to Paul is decided that he's out. He gonna try to go get his job back. He gonna go sing with them. And this part right here, Tamika, girl, we talk about breaking some hearts. Girl, I be crying on this every single time.
Yeah.
All right. Inga, you up, girl?
Yeah, I cry on this every single time too.
Oh,
and this is one of my favorite Temptation songs. I know, like when we was doing part 1, we said favorites, and I said my favorite is actually in part 2. Man, listen, I'll run this song in the ground.
Okay, so Inga, you can either take this one or you gonna give it to Tamika. Here we go.
Oh, wait a minute.
And you gotta sing it. You got to sing it.
Oh, wait a minute.
If you don't know it, pass it to Tamika because she clearly know it.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I know. I just can't get it in my. I can't get it in my head. Go ahead, somebody else.
Tamika, go for it. Go for it.
Paul killed this, by the way. He came in there, he said, I still got it. Just my imagination.
Yeah, that's it.
Again.
Running away with
Running
me.
away
I'm
with
sorry, y'all,
me.
I can't sing, but just my imagination. Running away with me. Every night on my knees,
Get
I
it,
pray.
Mika.
Dear
Mhm.
Dear
Lord,
Lord,
Dear Lord,
Dear Lord,
hear my
hear my
hear
plea.
my
plea.
prayer.
Don't ever let another take away from me, or I
Oh,
will
I
surely
surely
die.
die.
They was
heavenly.
Really.
killing that.
When I arose, I feel a tender rhapsody. But
hmm
in reality, she doesn't even know me. Just
Just
my
my
imagination.
imagination.
Once again,
They
Oh yeah.
killed that song for it.
every night on my knees I pray.
I always think that a Jodeci "Oh Yeah" go in every song.
All right. Oh yeah. Listen,
Oh,
Okay,
God.
this
so
song was placed in the
this
right
actually was
spot.
one of my
Oh my God.
favorite.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite parts of this. I felt like this is when you really, really heard the soul of Paul. Like you knew right then
Yes.
that it was over, but you
Mhm.
heard that Paul that we heard in the beginning because he brought the
Yeah.
soul. He brought just this different
Mhm.
flavor to it. And when you see this part right here, and then how they transition into
Mhm.
this right here,
Yep.
I cry every
And he
single
looked to
time.
his
Yeah,
left, and Paul was
Yeah. And
looking.
then he's looking, don't see him. Oh,
I
God.
know. I know. When he don't see him again,
Yep.
that's yeah.
That's so heartbreaking. They played the song in the right spot. I declare they did.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They
it was
really did.
all done on purpose. Moochie, what's your thoughts on this scene about Paul, about just this whole situation, and then how Eddie ends up leaving as well?
This part was so sad because it was just like they had a good song. You thinking that maybe Paul will be ready to go on the road, but he's not. And then you look over and see that Eddie's going too. It's just sad.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Every night.
Yeah, it definitely was sad. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it
I
was
mean,
sad.
and
And then
he didn't want to keep going without well, Eddie didn't want to keep going without Paul.
Yeah.
absolutely,
That was his brother. You know,
that
they
was his
not
brother.
just
It was his
friends, they were
best
brothers, you
friend.
know.
Mhm.
And we're going to talk about something a little bit later as well. And I want to get y'all honest opinions about that. But we'll talk about it in a little bit. We're going to keep moving through this right here. So Paul, again, is trying to be ready. He's trying to get ready. And this is when I don't think did I even put those photos. I don't know if I put them in here because I think it's after that. But anyway, they're going to see him because I want to say I think. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, I was going to say I think this is after Otis and his son have a moment, which I don't even really ain't really gonna talk about that. It's just a father son moment.
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
want him to be his dad. Be my dad. Okay. Anyway, so
Right.
back to
He
this.
just play too
Back to
much.
our regularly scheduled program. So we back to Paul. And I don't know, seeing his wife, every time I see her, I promise you it breaks my heart to see her because she's stuck by her man, y'all.
She
She's
did.
stuck by him. But he's trying to tell, oh, like, look, I'm ready to come back. And when he stumbled, y'all, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Inga, how was you feeling about this part? Was you like it's over? Did you feel like anything else would come from this, or did you like what was your thoughts when you first saw this part?
Well, I always knew the outcome and the ending, so it wasn't shocking because I knew it anyway. But however, it still was just sad because we see he wasn't ready. He thought he was ready. He couldn't even stand up on his 2 feet. I mean, he wasn't. He he still was drinking. He wasn't really. He needed like a long rehab, and
Mhm.
he really hadn't had any downtime to, recover. That's all he knew was singing and dancing and being in that group. He didn't have anything else outside of that. He loved his wife and all that, but it's not the same. He got gratification from being out on that stage, and when he couldn't do it anymore, like, why I got to be around?
Right.
Yeah, you're right about the wife. She's stuck in there with him.
My man, my man, my man.
I mean, I think he was a good dude, though. It wasn't like a chick who just saying my man because they kind of stupid. I think he was a good dude. It seemed like. I mean, we don't know him perfectly, but it looked like he might have been a good guy. That's probably why she, even though he was nasty to her a lot of time, but half the time he was drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to Renee Hicks. Definitely hashtag we them boys.
Hey.
And that was Donna Ross' daughter, right? Playing
the
wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And you can see it. Like I was like,
you can see
I mean, her mother Donna Ross and her father's Barry Gordy. She looked like both. She looked like she
like both of them.
Yes.
Yeah. So Paul doesn't get back into the group, and Otis just have to be straight up honest with him. And y'all, I'm gonna give y'all. I got a few choice words for Otis later because I mean Otis is cool. Don't get me wrong, but Otis was playing. Okay, I'm gonna talk about it later. I was about to run. Okay. Let's talk about Norman. So Norman, the producer, right? He be doing too much, but he swear he didn't know that was the day that Dennis' daddy died. Okay. He said he didn't know. It was just a coincidence. Y'all think it was a coincidence, or do y'all think he knew and this was just his?
I mean, I don't know.
He was too coy. He was like, I ain't, like, oh,
and
I
they say that, and they say that's not really true anyway.
Yeah, they actually said that
that's not an accurate thing.
They say that Otis may have remembered it wrong. That it was an issue with the song. They didn't necessarily want to sing it, so they were arguing with him about it. But as far as the date that his daddy died, it was supposed to be October 3rd, not September 3rd. But
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But Norman Whitfield was a great producer.
Yeah.
Like, he did so many hits. He might have been an a-hole in this movie, but the real life guy might be
but it was a hit.
But he wrote a lot of songs and hits for all those Motown people. Even people who wasn't on Motown.
Producers are though. Most of them producers are jerks, but it is what it is. If you create hits, it don't even matter.
But why he act the same way in this movie as he acted in Soul Food?
With all his movies, he act like that.
Yeah,
like
Mel Jackson. Mel Jackson always act like in every movie. He's the same.
He's just a butthole. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know.
Always act like that. So y'all think maybe they changed the date in the song?
Maybe.
Nah, because October wouldn't have sound right.
Yeah.
So maybe they changed it so it can rhyme better, so it can flow better. Yeah.
November.
And they didn't want to do this song because the song was out. It's different from their.
Yeah, they wanted ballad.
Norman wanted them to sound
they
more
wanted
current.
to do something more along the lines of a ballad, and it was like,
ballad.
Yeah.
Norman wanted them to be a little more current because the time had changed. The time had changed, so.
But their intro is epic.
No intro like it.
No.
I mean, but this was a hit, so he
it was a hit
regardless.
Yeah, he didn't care. Either you do it or you don't. I got somebody else that want it. Okay.
He was probably gonna give it to the other set of Temptations at that point.
And I love that they brought in Dennis Edwards at this point because Dennis Edwards was man.
Yeah,
he was great as a Temptation.
Moochie, this one yours right here.
Oh, it was the 3rd of September. That day I always remember.
Girl, what was it, girl?
Cause that was the day that my
Whoa.
daddy died.
Now he what? You never had a chance to what?
I never had a chance to sing.
Okay.
Never heard nothing but bad things about him.
What?
Mama, I'm depending on
What you depending on her for?
to tell me the truth.
Hey.
Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Okay.
Wherever he laid his hat was his home.
Candy.
Now, see, this one we got to resort to because YouTube don't want us to play the music.
I know. Renee Hicks got a fun fact.
Okay,
Y'all
let
better
me pull
smash
up
that
Renee's
like
fun fact.
button.
Hit that
Okay,
like,
Grandma.
y'all. Hit
I'm
that
out here
like.
singing my heart out to y'all.
Yeah, baby, you did that.
Fun fact: Norman Whitfield dared the IRS to try and get the money. He died owing them millions of dollars. Norman would give the same song to different artists all the time. See it, I can see that. Okay, that's what's up. He seemed like a jerk up in here, so I can see that though.
Ain't that some stank doo doo?
Wow.
Okay, intro on Don't Look Any Further was smashing too. Oh,
Oh,
Mhm.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
that video was epic too. He chewing his tongue.
okay, now so we got to go ahead and talk about one of the most saddest parts of this entire thing as they're playing this epic song. Because one thing I will say about this movie, I don't know how if you have watched this movie, how you could not like this movie. This was a very well put together
Very well.
movie from the
Oh,
way that
yeah.
they put the music in it, the way that they did all the visual effects. It really you was feeling something when this song was playing and you were seeing David Ruffin
Oh,
on his
everything that happened,
on his
y'all.
bench. He
Mhm.
was getting high and stuff. And then you were going from this, you were seeing what was happening in Paul's home when he was him and his wife were into it and he was saying bye to his kids. You could tell he was saying bye. He was telling his son to get A's and and she's trying to keep him there. He don't want to listen. I'm just gonna go talk to him. Inga, I'm gonna go up the line. I want to know how everybody was feeling about this. This is such an important part to me, and it was one of the saddest parts. But I
Extremely
thought that this
sad.
was one of the most powerful parts as well. What you think, Inga?
No, it's extremely sad. It's extremely sad. He just couldn't take it anymore. Because it wasn't even just the alcoholism. You could see it was affecting his mental health, and so he felt like, if I can't get out here and sing and dance, what am I living for? It was
Yeah.
sad. The alcoholism it's just as rough as being on drugs. It can linger on forever and ever and ever if you don't get help.
Yeah.
So it was extremely sad. You know, I felt bad for Paul.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I did too.
Tamika, what were your feelings?
Yeah, this is always really sad to see this. And Paul was only 34 when he passed, so young.
Mm.
Of course, this is one of the sad. It's not really a big thing though. That's one another thing I liked about this movie because most of the things that were changes weren't like big drastic changes. I feel like I could understand the changes they made in this. With some of the other ones, I would be like, why did they do that? They could have left it as is. But the only difference is that he wasn't supposedly in the parking lot in his car when this happened. And there was rumors, or I guess today we would say it's conspiracy theories that it was supposed to be some type of foul play involved. But they did say that he, took his life. That's what it was ruled as. And
Mm.
unfortunately, I have known people that have done that, and I do feel like it was some
Yeah.
mental illness involved in there too. And he was
Oh
trying to cope
yeah.
with
I
it with
think I definitely
alcohol.
think mental illness was
Yeah.
involved. Yeah.
So it was definitely very sad. He was one of the youngest ones, like to die as far as the age part. But a lot of them died young, in my opinion. But he was the youngest, though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And I
Mhm.
think that a lot of like now we are more cognizant of mental health and we are way
Mhm.
more willing to talk about our mental health and to try to seek out help. But back then, and not even just back then, but
Yeah.
just recently, and some people still aren't there yet. As a people of color, we have been conditioned to think that we can handle certain things, that we're supposed to be strong and that we're not supposed to get help because it feels like it makes you weak or something. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't make you weak. If you need to get help, just reach out and get help or whatnot. I personally have not been to therapy yet, but it is on my list of things to do because even though I don't feel like I'm like in a place where I just feel like everybody needs to talk to somebody. Like even if
Yeah.
you don't
Mhm.
feel like it, like you do, I just feel like you should regardless. Even though I'll be throwing my stuff out on everybody else, because I'll tell you everything. I'll sit there and I'll talk to you about it, and I'll be feeling good. I'll be like, okay, yeah, I feel better. But I do
Yeah, but
feel
see,
like
but
you
only
should have an
thing with
outlet.
that though, you can drain somebody else with your thing, it says as opposed to talking to a therapist. Sometimes it's good to talk to somebody who's not family or friends, and that they don't have no connection to you. You know, they could be more objective. So it just
Yeah, for sure,
depends.
for sure, for sure. Candy Love. Oh, I'm sorry, Candy Ruffin.
Yes, yes, yes.
I see you didn't answer.
I
Candy
know, I
Ruffin.
saw that.
I was getting my thoughts together because this was it's a tender subject. One I don't, I don't care for. It's triggering because I've known people that have done that wanted to do it. Um, so I can pass. It's just sad, to say the least.
Okay. Moochie.
Yeah.
This whole thing, the way the music was playing along with this, you couldn't take your eyes off of it.
Mm-hmm.
You really couldn't take your eyes off it because you wanted to see what happened, and they showed everything with his family, and then how it ended was just terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it played along with the soundtrack.
Yeah.
So.
It was a lot.
Yeah, them kept flipping back and forward, but the scene.
Mm-hmm.
So it was perfect. Yeah. You
Yeah.
really can't find almost a better. I mean, it's some others that's in the category too, but this is one of the best biography picks because uh, it was just done so well. Casting was great. Everything was great.
Let me see what Savannah has to say. Savannah says, I always try to tell people how I feel. I go to therapy and I feel like a load has been lifted after I unload. It's crazy because, like I said, I personally have not been to therapy, but I'm just not opposed to going to therapy either. For whatever reason, I just haven't made it to therapy. But for whatever reason, I feel like I'm always that person that like to tell people how I feel. Like when I talk to my husband, I always be like, you made me feel like, so I don't know, maybe I look at too much doggone TV because I feel like, like I'm just like I have to express my feelings to people. Like I feel like it's like a natural thing. I need to tell you what I feel like, how you made me feel, and then we can move on. Because I guess I just don't like a lot of strife and all that type. It irks me. So I be having to get this stuff out. Hold on, let me see what they said. Yes, the music definitely intense. Oh, yes, Tressa. Back then we used to say he is yes, that is exactly what people say he touched. That's how it worked. He was like, I'm going to just go talk to them to see if they will let me back in the group. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's so true. It was they touched, they sick, and one my family used to always say she was under a spell, and it wasn't until when I get, she's having a spell. I got older, and I'm like, they wasn't having no daggone spell. They was having a mental break, but that's what they was always saying, and it never dawned on me when
Wow.
I was younger.
Yep.
That's definitely true.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. So after that particular part happens, there's the part where Eddie talks to Blue and he talks about his friend and all that stuff. But then we're gonna see that Otis and Melvin, or I'm gonna say Blue, I'm sorry, I keep saying Melvin. Otis and Blue are want to leave Motown. They haven't had a hit in a long time. Eddie's had a little bit of success. David at the time is not having any success. But David at the time is not David. Eddie is solo at the time. And he's had a little bit of success, but they want to go on and do other things. They want to go to another record label, but the grass is not always greener on the other side. But they'll see that. They're gonna go to Atlantic, but they don't have any success over there either. But let's talk about this right here, y'all. Let's talk about Blue because we already know that Blue is having issues, with his arthritis and he's having to take these pain meds. As a matter of fact, he's coming out of the pharmacy. He sees this chick and then somebody tries to steal his car. Tamika, talk to us about this scene. And would you think I don't know. I think this is stupid, but go ahead.
Yeah, this was crazy. I mean, he was over here trying to get his rap on, trying to help her with her bag. He's not expecting nobody to come, just trying to throw his daggone car. And the craziest thing to me has always been the fact that the guy recognizes him and is like, wait, wait, you still
Mhm.
shoot him? Like, oh, well, pew pew.
Pow pow.
Yeah, pop up.
Mhm.
Like, I
Mhm.
was like, oh, Lord, Otis, you already got enough problems.
Mhm.
You need this one added on. Oh, poor Otis, man. But he still had good spirits, even in the hospital bed.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, this is
Mhm.
where I want to talk about your boy Otis for like a second, y'all. We got to talk about Otis because I understand Otis's role and who he was to the group and all of this stuff. But there was one thing that he does in this part. And like I said,
Mhm.
I do not remember half of the documentaries. I don't know what, I just know that this is based off of the story that he
Yeah.
tells, right?
Right.
Uh,
Mhm.
Now, he wants to stop touring. He don't want to go to Europe because Blue can't come, which is the
Mhm.
same equivalent of how Eddie was feeling about Paul. Now, I get it,
Mhm.
and I get that the situations are different, but the feelings are not.
Mhm.
Moochie, what you think about that? Do you think
I,
that he's justified because there's no not illegal substance, because there's no substance abuse, there's no addiction, or do you think that it's the same thing and he was wrong?
Mhm.
I feel like it kind of was the same thing, but maybe he saw it as he knows Melvin. He knows Melvin been suffering with this for years, and now with the gun, with the pow pow incident, now it has made matters worse. So maybe he feels like, they're going to have money problems if they don't go, but he feels like he needs to stay loyal to him for some reason. And I feel like it's a double standard.
Yeah, yeah. Candy, what you think?
Yeah, I'm sitting with the same thing with Muchi. I think it's a double standard. I don't think there's a difference. It's just
Gotcha.
the
Inga?
substance. Just the difference in the issues are separate, but the same. It's the same thing per
Gotcha.
se.
Inga, what you think?
About them when they go into a different record label.
No, no, no. About the Otis's willingness to want to not go to tour because Blue is hurt, but he didn't want to do the same thing for Eddie when Paul. Remember, Eddie
Oh
wanted to
well,
stop.
Melvin is his best friend, so he don't give
Mhm.
I don't mean no harm. He ain't give a darn really about them other guys. But if Melvin is don't want to go or Melvin's hurt, then he would stop everything for Melvin. The mother,
Hmm.
yeah. So Otis got on my nerves a couple of times.
Yeah, it's a different dynamic, and I think that's just human nature. We can always see like if it's us or it's our family in a situation, but if it's somebody else's, we may have empathy for them, but we still not gonna look at it in the same way as when it's us. So that he was that was his Eddie,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
absolutely.
Whereas
Yeah,
Paul and
yeah,
Eddie was the brothers, Melvin and Otis was the brothers, and he had that promise that he made to his mother that he did keep the promise, and so they had a
Yeah.
yeah,
type of
yeah.
connection. Even though I think he did still care about Eddie, it definitely wasn't in the same way that he cared about Otis. So yeah, it was
Right.
Yeah,
a little
no,
double
no. He cared
standard
about
there.
Otis more than anybody. So
Yes, that was his go-to. Period.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Mhm.
sure. All right, y'all. So we coming on, getting on towards the end here.
Mm-mm-mm.
Got a little bit more. All right. So oh mama. Is this ain't Vi from What You
Yes,
Beauty?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Uh-huh.
what
That's
I was
her.
like,
yeah.
man, I feel like I know her. Okay, but
Mhm.
so anyway, mama is sick, and we find out that mama is dealing with a big C word, and you can
Mhm.
tell, how this is hurting. Mama been in his corner since the beginning, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mama
Yeah.
been on his side. I love how the moms have become such good friends. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know. This was just another sad part. There were several
Yeah, it was a
very
lot of
sad
sad
moments.
parts in this second part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's
Well,
going to
this
come a
whole
point.
movie is based on Otis's perspective of everything too.
Right, yeah.
That's
Yes.
based on how he saw things through his eyes.
Hmm.
Now, if we had another movie through David's eyes or
Right.
Eddie or somebody else, then it might be totally different.
Yeah. And I
Hmm.
feel like
Hmm.
if
Because
you had
Otis is looking like he might be the hero in here, but they might feel like he's a villain if we look at it through their if they had their own movie,
Question.
Mhm.
So I've known people that dealt with like breast cancer and pancreatic cancer and things like that. They didn't really have to take the chemo part. So back when his mom had the chemo, everybody calls it poison, makes you feel worse. Wonder why it hasn't gotten any better. How long ago was this? This movie was in '94, but this was way back when. So I wonder why the chemo hasn't gotten any better.
Girl, we could have a whole
Child, yeah, you can have that
conspiracy about
conversation
that.
around a lot of
Okay.
illnesses.
Yeah.
Sickle cell, lupus, all of them. Some
well,
things have gotten better.
I could go get my conspiracy hat and put on.
Yeah.
But
Then it
I
depends
believe
on
there's
the
a cure to
kind
all
it
these
is. It
things. They don't
depends
want
on
a
the
cure.
stages in.
But they make money on you being sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
don't
more
want the
money.
money
yeah.
is
Yeah,
making you
it's
getting well,
definitely
you know.
more. It's definitely more money in the medications and the treatments than it is
Yeah.
a cure. So you're
If
not
they
gonna
give you the
find too many
cure, then
cures
they don't
out
make no
here.
money. So
Right. That's
But
a fact.
But how some things change over time, they get better.
Yeah.
You can deal with it
Yeah.
better. But if it was made her feel bad, but I know people that I've seen on TV, just say for instance, Kimmy from Love Marriage Huntsville, like it was poison for her body, and the way the mom is, everybody can't be.
it affects everybody.
But it's just
differently.
it's
And it
just
depends on what
poison,
type
per
of
se.
cancer somebody has,
Yeah.
or how early
Definitely.
the cancer was
Right.
caught. That lady
Yeah.
could have been stage 4.
Yeah.
And she
Homegirl
might
we
not have
talking
even
about was maybe
known.
stage
Yeah.
1 or
Right.
2. So
Yeah, we all
Yeah.
know that big pharma is a big business, but that's like a whole nother topic
Exactly.
for a whole nother.
yeah, I'm telling
whole
you,
nother
I'm
thing.
gonna tell you, you don't really want to have that conversation on YouTube
Yeah.
because they might.
I was going to
shut
say you
your
don't
whole
even want
page
to
down.
talk about that on the tube, but
Well, yeah, my
but
bad.
yeah.
It was just a question.
No, I
Yeah.
understand. No, it's actually great conversation. It's just that because of the powers that be is watching
Yeah.
and listening right now, that
you can't talk
Yeah.
about anything.
Yeah.
no, you got
All right, so yeah, we got to get to the point where there are going to be 2 sets of temptations. So there's going to be a point where David actually comes to Eddie's gig that he's doing. He's going to come up there and sing. He's going to do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Got the girl swooning in her chair, about to pass out again.
Listen,
Don't know
Eddie
what
was
she gonna do.
smooth
I
though.
love
He
some
was
Eddie. I
smooth.
used to love me some Eddie.
Eddie grew that goatee,
He was
child.
smooth.
Eddie got grown.
And so Eddie just says, why, if they can do it, we temptations too, why not?
Exactly.
And they were right. So they go off and form another set. But what's funny is that, and I didn't get the screenshots, what's funny is that Dennis is going to be in their set of temps, because at this point Dennis also gets kicked out of the group. Apparently I want to say it had something to do with some sort of he got fired for either he wanted more money, or it was something weird like that, because they're like different stories. One was that he wanted like this $1 million contract and it wasn't gonna happen, and then another one was just that Otis fired him because he just wasn't his attitude, something like that. So I don't know the real story, but he was fired.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was
fired.
I'm starting to think the Otis is the problem, though.
You know, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say this right here. I'm gonna say that it is hard to keep a group together when you got different attitudes, you got different personalities.
Yeah, we've seen this with a bunch of groups through the time, honey.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of them, yeah.
The person that's more business minded is always the demon, the evil person. Like Michael Bivins.
Don't forget to take the poll, y'all. Don't forget to take the poll if you haven't taken it.
Hold on,
I'm taking it.
Hold on, let me find the whatchamadoodie, because y'all know I be forgetting. Hold on, I got my thing.
Scroll up to the top, cast your vote.
Tell them, Moochie.
Subscribe, hit the like, hit the share. Be up in that algorithm, y'all.
Okay, y'all. So, which set of Temptations groups would you want to see? Otis and Melvin, David Ruffin, Eddie. This is not right. You know, goodness darn well, ain't nobody trying to see Otis.
Well, I didn't put that third option in my poll. I only got the 2 there. But
Yeah, mine too. I couldn't get the third one on mine.
yeah, I want to see all of them
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of them. I could do that.
if
I
I
could do all of them.
could.
I could
Let
definitely
me
do
go to
all of
y'all
them.
page and vote because I can't vote on mine.
I could definitely do all of them. Make sure
Yeah, I
y'all
voted on
on my
everybody's
page.
page.
I don't have it up, but if you go over to Moochie's page, Candy's page, or Tamika's Den's page, then you can cast your vote on the poll, and then Moochie gonna close it out later because your girl did not put the poll up. Because y'all know I be all over the place sometimes. Okay. So these temps, we got 2 sets of temps now. And the crazy part about it is now Eddie is dealing with the same stuff that they've been dealing with. He's dealing with the same
Exactly. He's still
Look
in
at
the
David.
fight. And David look a hot mess here.
Look how he looking.
Leon did this. I was going to say that. I was going to say another word.
Yeah,
Leon
he did
did
the
this.
damn thing.
Who can tell
Leon
me
did this.
what infamous line does David say in this scene? Who knows what he says?
Oh, baby.
Wait a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna set it up for you. He's telling him that they want to get back together, that they want to set up a reunion tour, that it's gonna be some money. And what does David tell him?
We are the
Oh.
temps, or we are the group or something.
No, he wants a big payoff.
What do you want, like $1
said-
million or something?
Nah, he say because they always want the voices.
Oh,
But
Yeah,
they
he
were the
always-
voices.
They
But
always want
they
the
were
were.
the
voice. I
voices.
told you they was
Dennis,
gonna call
Eddie,
us.
and David were the voices.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was supposed to have my glasses on tonight. Cause I was supposed to be old.
Because it was so
I was supposed to
crazy
be
because
David
in that
Ruffin.
moment, like you clearly on a drug binge, but you still find the audacity to have the arrogance of
Yeah, because he was definitely giving crackish here.
Oh,
Look
no, at
at
this
him.
point he was smoking crack. Yeah, at this point he was smoking crack. Yeah.
Y'all gonna stop talking about my daddy.
okay, your daddy is on your daddy on crack, girl.
Your daddy.
Oh, he
on
was
crack,
he was freebasing at this point, so
Ooh,
Okay,
baby.
because he ain't smoking that, he ain't on that white girl no more. Because that white girl wouldn't have had him looking like that.
Baby, listen, he
looked
was
different.
through.
no, he was done. He was
So we back, y'all. We back. We done got back together, and things are looking like, hey, David looking like he might do right. He looking like he
Yeah,
might
he
act right.
actually beat them there. He was
but
early.
but they only could get paid if all 6 of the Temptations show up, right? And
Seven.
it was
It
like
was
6 or 7
7.
Yep.
of them or something like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
And
If anybody don't show, yep.
So a major thing, I mean, I feel like Otis, he had a lot of loss. There's gonna be a situation that happens with his son Lamont. Josephine's gonna call, and Melvin is gonna be like, "Let me tell him." You know what I'm saying? And this was another sad moment. I'm just like,
yeah.
So
like I said,
sad.
this
They
is
would
from
get
Otis'
hit
perspective.
after
So.
hit after hit after hit. Then
Yeah.
dang, I'm like,
Yeah.
So Otis's son, of course, Lamont he passes away or whatever. He has an accident at work. You know, it's
And
just
that's the one
trauma.
asking to be his dad, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't really there for his son.
Be
He
my
was
Yeah,
on the
because he
road
was
all
like,
the
you
time.
always on the
DJ.
road.
He was always on the road, so he wasn't there. He didn't raise him. So,
Right.
But they were just on the bond and get a connection, and I think this happened. So,
Well,
Yeah.
this is years later. You got to remember this is fast forward. The son
So
has
he's a
grown
grown
up. He
man.
has a job.
Mhm.
He actually had some sort of accident.
yeah, I
can't
think
remember
he
what
was like 24.
A
He was working
construction
at a
worker.
yeah,
construction
this was like
site.
the
Yeah.
80s. This is the 80s by
Yeah.
this time. This is the
Yeah,
80s.
this
Right.
is fast forward. So that happens, but while he's away, your boy David act up again.
Yeah.
David, why come we can't have nice things? That's what I want to know, David.
David
Why
got
can't we have
he
nice
got a clock on his act up.
Okay.
I mean, when you on drugs, you ain't thinking about any of that.
Right.
You're thinking
right.
about yourself, trying to get that next high. You know.
Okay, y'all. He up in there.
Okay, why y'all do Leon like this in this picture? Okay.
Listen.
Yeah,
The
he looked
Snapchat,
jacked
that's
up.
Oh Lord.
Ty, yes, there are so many sad scenes in this
Yes.
movie. Now,
He was even
hold
trying to
on,
sell
I
his
gotta go back for
car.
1 second because I forgot.
Well, give
Try
away
it.
his car.
Did
No,
it.
he did.
Give
Yeah.
me
Yeah,
all you
give
got.
away his car.
Okay,
That's
let me
crazy.
see. Okay, I need to know if anybody knows this one. Anybody can jump in if you know it. Here we go.
Mm. Beauty's only skin deep. Yeah,
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 yeah.
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 Beauty's
Beauty's
on the
on the
skin
skin
deep.
deep.
Oh
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Now, my friends ask, what do I see in you? I love that song. That's like, we do that whole routine. Like, we have the whole routine. My brothers and I, we like know the whole thing. Like the dance routine and everything. My little brother always, why it's always them little brothers, y'all. He got always gotta be David Ruffin. He can't ever let nobody else be David. Ever. So anyway, y'all, we see that David goes on his binge, and he doesn't even realize that he's missed the show. And Otis is like, I already knew this is what was gonna happen, and they go on to the next show, and they keep going, even though they not even gonna get paid. I would have stopped right then. I would be like,
Yeah, me too. I would have said, give me a Greyhound bus ticket to the going home. I would have been getting out of there.
Okay. So moving on, these guys are getting a lifetime I think it's a lifetime
Like
achievement award,
lifetime
and
achievement
everybody,
award.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Rock and
and
Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah.
okay, yeah. And everybody showed up, and once again and like I said, I ain't got no issues with Otis, but they are trying to kind of pacify him. But he has been the consistent thing in the group. He doesn't know that the other fellas are even gonna show up. And I remember Shelly saying something about it, and they just like, we just gonna go up and get our award and go on. But what we ended up seeing was a brotherhood that, even though they done been through all this stuff, in this moment they were able to relish in this moment. They were able to enjoy this moment. They were able to hug it out. I feel like, me personally, I think that they know the people who messed up, people who messed up know that they did stuff that wasn't necessarily right for the group. I think he
Right.
realizes that at some point. But anyway, let's talk about what y'all think, and just as far as the Temptations, and especially if you are someone who actually listen to the Temptations, is a fan of the Temptations. Some people were just introduced to the Temptations when the movie came out, and that's great too. So, but what are your feelings about them getting such a great achievement, this brotherhood that we see for this moment? What did you think about it, Inga?
Oh, it's well deserved. I mean, they deserve to be in all the Rock and Roll Hall of Fames, all the legendary awards, whatever the award is. They need the NAACP, any of them. They deserve all the awards. Star on the Walk of Fame, everything. That group put in the work years and years and years. They deserve all the accolades. So, and yeah, and at the end, they still all loved each other. They just had problems. Everybody had their own demons. Everybody, look, just because they make Otis to be the hero in here, he had his own problems too.
And
And
I don't
everybody,
think
all of them had their problems.
Yeah, I don't think they make him to be the hero though, Inga. I honestly don't think that that's how they paint him. I think what they paint is the one person who wasn't willing to give up on the group. And I
No,
think
that's true. That's
that's
true. Yeah.
what we see with him, because we know that he had a wandering eye. I mean, dude, that was enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was already cheating on his wife. So, I mean, he definitely
And
wasn't
I think Otis in real life, the real guy, I think he had a drug problem too. They all did the little sniffing, little something up the nose. So I think,
James Kane with the
but he
booger
didn't.
sugar.
But like you said, he didn't let it take over to the point like the other guys did. Or
Right.
whatever his problems were, he was able to keep them under control. Yeah, he was the
So
most
he thinks
consistent of
though.
everybody. Yeah.
So he thinks though. We don't
Well,
know
that's
that.
true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's really hard
He's making
to
everybody look like dope heads.
yeah,
And
because this is
he
from
didn't
his
even
perspective.
discuss them even touching stuff. So it's questionable now.
Yeah,
Looking back.
yeah, absolutely. You see, you got Richard up in here clapping, but you don't see your old boy Al no more. We don't see him no more.
oh, ow. Ow.
Al already had a drinking problem, remember?
Yeah, he started out with a drinking
He
problem.
started
Yeah.
off drinking.
Uh huh.
Okay. Tamika,
Al
what were
was a
your
Debbie
thoughts
Downer.
about them getting the award? What do you think about them as a group? Just the Temptations in general. Whatever you got to say about Otis, like just your overall.
Yeah, I agree with Inga. They definitely deserve it. To me, I don't. I thought they had more awards than what they have. I'm like, shoot, they supposed to have way more than that. Like they put in the time. They are the blueprint that a lot of groups try to follow afterwards. And as far as going through their things, that's life. Everybody go through something. Everybody got their struggles that they fight with. Ain't nobody perfect, and it's just like when you argue with family or friends, y'all may not speak for a minute, and then you could come back together and be like, depending on the situation, like nothing ain't never happened, and you just be like, we reunited. Right now, they was celebrating a great moment as they should, and it was like, Dad, look at all the things we went through, and look at all we accomplished. So
Exactly.
I think that was a good moment.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, y'all. So we got to come to the next saddest moment up in here, y'all, because here we go. We come full circle. We come back to Mama's house. You know what I'm saying? And Otis actually says the line. He's saying exactly what he said to her. But he's ad libbing it this time, and we see now that he's in the wheelchair, like it's finally taking a toll, and it's exactly what the doctor said, like you're not gonna be walking, basically, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be in a chair. So he's in the chair. Mama has cooked all this food because she was reminiscing about all the fellas. This is also where we find out, and I'll go, and I kind of skipped over. I didn't really skip over it, but I just figured it was just known. But I guess I should have said something. At this point, um, Ruffin has overdosed, so he's already gone. And then Mama actually asked about Eddie. And this is when we also learn that Eddie has passed away from lung cancer. So now we have three original members that are gone. And they're the only two that are left. And then in this particular scene, Melvin Blue is going to go into the kitchen because Mama left them short ribs, and he goes in there to get the short ribs, and then he's also gonna pass away as well. Another tearjerker. We're gonna start with Moochie. Just talk about your feelings, about how you felt about about this whole scene in general, just everything.
Well, they were saying this whole scene, this was one of Smokey Robinson's new songs when this movie came out. I know they spoke of that. The way they showed him going into the house to be with the mother, and her making all that food, it seemed like it was a sign. I mean, I was thinking stuff like that, and it just showed how sad Otis looked because the person who his day one is gone.
Yeah, for sure. Candy, what's your thoughts?
Girl, this thing was triggering for me again. Like, I don't know, this whole second part was triggering. Because my cousin that passed in February, he used to sing the song as a joke. But then he passed away. And so that made me think about him. But it was just so sad that he passed away at home with his mom and his best friend, or his brother, if you wanna, we wanna call him his brother. It was just sad. Like, they were laughing and joking and having fun and just talking and thinking about the old days. And he said, "Well, I'll just take the long way." And then it's like, Blue, Melvin, he doesn't say anything, and it's like, what the world? Like, what happened? So in real life, did he have a heart attack or something?
He probably
Or
did.
Yeah, because he just went in the kitchen and never came out.
yeah.
They changed this for the movie, and I was
Yeah,
one
Okay.
in
that I
real life, he
remember
didn't
they
die like this.
changed. Like
In real life,
David Ruffin, they have it where supposedly he was discovered out in some alley, but I mean,
it didn't
in the
happen like
movie,
that.
but in real life, he actually died in the hospital. His
At the
chauffeur
hospital,
took him to
yeah.
the hospital, and he OD. He died there. With Melvin, he died in the hospital as well. He already had,
Okay.
Yes, he was in
the
a
bone
coma for a
problems.
while.
He had it. Yeah, he was in a coma. He had an infection after that gunshot. That just made it. Oh, sorry. That just made it worse. He got more complications. He had infections. He was getting different seizures, all of that. and then he
Okay.
ultimately
he
the
was in a
cause of
coma
death
for a
is
little
supposed to
while.
be heart failure. Another thing I found
Okay.
interesting, I think David Ruffin was 50, and then Melvin and Kendrick was 52. Both of them was 52 when they passed, and of course Kendrick, I mean, Eddie Kendrick, he passed with lung cancer. So it's crazy
And
how
back
they was
then,
all so
people looked
young.
much older than they
Yeah.
do now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he looked
So
old
they
back when
did
he was
change that
52.
for the movie, but I didn't think it
Yeah.
was a big
Okay.
deal that they changed it.
It wasn't a big deal, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just
Because
didn't
I
know
mean,
how he passed in real. I never did the research. I've read the books and everything, but I just never knew how he passed away in real life. But
look,
Mhm.
I
it
know
was
with David
it's very
Ruffin,
sad.
the son was real mad about that because he spoke about it when they did his story on Unsung.
Mhm.
He
yeah,
said it
yeah,
over and over again that my father didn't die in an alley.
Right.
He
yeah.
he
But I
passed
mean,
away
he
in a
still died
hospital.
from the drugs, though. So that part,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, but he
he
kept
just didn't
saying it
die.
because
They didn't.
he seemed so offended by it.
And they
Yeah,
took all his
yeah.
money. I think he had like $50,000 on him or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
something. I mean, I'm okay with them changing that ending for Melvin
For
because
Blue. Yeah.
Blue because
It's more
I mean I'd rather
sentimental.
die with some short ribs too. I love me some short ribs. So I'd rather die instead of being in the hospital in a
Listen,
coma.
Mama laid that food out.
I'd
That food
rather
was
be
looking
chewing down
right.
on some short ribs with some macaroni and cheese on the side.
Mhm.
You know. So yeah, I love. So I'm okay with they change. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Dang, you know what? I lost one of my most important slide. Dang, don't it? Dang it. I had one last game for y'all, and it's downstairs on my other computer because
She did downstairs.
yeah, it's not on this one. I'm because I have my other this computer up here. Oh, no wonder I can't pull it in here. I keep really trying to pull it in here, and I'm just like, why come I can't pull it in? Oh, because I didn't pull it in from downstairs. That's why. Oh well. Anyway, all it was you were going to tell me who the original hold on, let me see if I put it on this last slide. We're going to look just to see. I might have put it on here. Let me see. Hold on. Nah, dang it, I didn't. I thought I did, but I didn't. I almost thought I had it. So anyway, y'all, that is pretty much the end. We got one last song, and y'all better all know this. So here we go.
Oh, I don't know the words to
I
this
don't know.
one.
I don't know the word. I know the song, but I don't know the words.
I just know he'd be like, "You're
Yeah,
gone, and I
because
miss
Him and Melvin
you."
was real close too. Smokey and
Yeah.
I
Melvin.
Yeah, they were
miss
So
close.
you,
I think
my
he wrote that
I
for him.
buddy.
really miss you. Something. I know
Oh.
it's miss you in there.
I
My
miss you,
friend.
my friend.
Mhm.
Really gonna miss you. It's really
Yeah.
gonna be different without. Why you doing? That song. It was, I was crying. Maybe because we was crying too much. That's why I'm gonna be like, y'all was crying too much. Okay, yeah. So that's what's up with the Temptations Part 2. I had the original pictures, and I was gonna get y'all to tell me who was who to see if y'all knew what each one of them actually looked like, but it didn't upload, and I apologize. And I am not gonna go downstairs and upload it. So, but that's what the last part was gonna be. So anyway, just
This was a
overall,
great movie, though.
I love this movie. This is actually one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yeah.
I've looked at this
Absolutely.
movie a gazillion times. It's one of
Mhm.
the very few movies that I can look at besides Color Purple over and over
Over and
again. I
over
can look
and
at Color
over and
Purple
over.
Mhm.
every year per se. You know what I'm saying? Like I could look.
Yeah.
That's another movie that I could look at like
Usually
that. But
during the holidays, I watch this and then also the Jackson 5 movie. You know
yeah,
the Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
look at
yeah.
the Jackson 5.
I think he's
It's not
doing
one
that
of
I
those I
watch
next.
can
that
sit here
every
and look
year
at
too.
though. This is something I can look at continuously. It used to play in our house over and over again on repeat. So when it would go off, somebody else would come by and they'd be like, "Oh, it's off." They restart it, and it would
Mhm.
just become a thing. Everybody who came by, if they saw that it was off, they would just turn it back on. And this is how it became a family tradition for us to whenever we have our family gatherings, we do a Temptations sing thing. Like everybody knows the dances. It just kind of happened. And that just goes to show how good a movie has to be. And I'm talking about my nephews who are much younger than me, my little brothers, you know what I'm saying? Like all ages. So it's timeless, timeless, timeless. So, anywho, any last thoughts for anybody about the movie?
I mean, we love it. I mean,
that was good. It
I
was
thought,
good. I
hey,
was glad we
A1.
watched it.
I can watch it over and over. You know what
Top
I'm saying? It's in my
notch.
list of
The
great
second half was just
biopics.
real sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One of the
I
best
never get tired of
biopics.
it, and it makes me cry
No,
every
it's
single time. It's like I'm
Mhm.
watching it for the first time, even though I already know what's gonna happen, and it still just gets me in my
yeah.
feels.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
It's in my list of great
And I always got a
biopics. It's
blast.
in my list.
Just my imagination. I know my neighbors be like, "Is she don't shut
Well, and listen, hey, you gotta sing it. You got to. But all right, Moochie, let's start with you. What you got on your channel, boo?
Okay, I got going on. What I got going on next? I don't even know right now. I am gonna do a prediction pack, another one with Raising Canaan,
Okay.
and also I wanna try to do something else, but I want to get it together before I even bring it up. So that's all that's there right now. Please keep y'all notifications on y'all, and I'll let you girl.
Damn. I was gonna say you better put the
Don't forget the
on
ow.
Make sure to close the poll, please.
I did. That's why I'm about to send it to you right now.
Okay. I was gonna say you could have shared the screen. Candy, what you got?
Okay, I'll do it.
Did I
got going
close
on?
my poll? Everybody, I had 100%. What I have? Oh, what is the name of the TV show? My mind is Kingdom Business on Monday at 8:05. Part 3 and 4. Yeah, part 3 and 4. And I'm gonna see what if we can get some black cake going on whenever it comes to a close, because it's a very good show.
I love Black Cake so far.
Yeah,
I still ain't made it
that's
to
what I
like
was saying
all
I
the
was gonna
stuff. I'm
do.
still on episode 2. Don't judge me, but
It's
I ain't
very good.
Girl. Oof.
because I don't want to get too. I noticed that there are 2 more episodes, and
How many seasons
have
is
a
it?
hard time.
Just
One.
one. This is the first season.
Yeah, it's like 5
Oh,
episodes so far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can binge watch because I haven't started it yet, so I can
That's
go
what
and
I'm
binge
saying.
watch.
I feel like I needed to give it a little time so that them last 2 episodes can come in because you get caught up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
I've
probably just
watched it
binge
like 3 or
watch
4
it.
times because it's just that good.
Kendall says she's on episode 5.
Yeah,
It's so good.
5
Yeah, I'm on
dropped.
5 too.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, I finished all of them. I've been binging it. I love
Yeah,
it. They got me. I'm in.
yeah, I've
Oh,
watched it
wait,
like 3 or
I'm
4
definitely
times.
in.
It's
wait a minute.
good. I'm just on episode
34%
Kelly. What you got?
said they would go see Otis and them, and 64% said they would go see um what's his name?
Okay,
David Ruffin and Eddie.
Okay.
Ty T Money Boy said, I really wish he didn't go get them short ribs.
That's like Judy going up the stairs. Like, why did Judy go
I
up the
know
stairs?
that's right.
Okay. Moochie, what yours come out to?
Mine's come out to. Hold on, let me give you the result. Let me go back to my screen. I'm sorry, y'all. I got 18 votes. 44% says David Ruffin and Eddie Kendricks. Otis and Melvin got 33%, and 22% got the Motown Supergroup.
There it is. Did nobody come to see you, Otis? Nah, I'm joking. I would never disrespect Otis because it had to be a lot to keep all them people together. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know how
Exactly.
that
And
would
he's
work.
still doing it. He got
Still
some
was
guys together
doing it.
now, and they
Mhm.
acting like they the Temptations. Yeah, so
Oh my
you
goodness.
know,
All
Yep.
right,
He's still.
I really don't
Is he
have.
still? He's still around?
yeah,
Yeah,
they
he
still.
just had
They
a
just
birthday.
matter of fact,
He
they
just
had
turned
music
'Cause
82
out.
and
yeah, the
he's
birthday
still
was
on
last
tour.
time we did this. That's
They
right.
dropped new music last year, I think it is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's still around.
He still looks like
Yeah, they
he still look like Otis.
because
Mhm.
because my father saw the Temptations and the Four Tops
in Orlando. I think it was around this time last year. So
Mhm.
they still doing their thing. You know, it's a whole new group, but
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oda's the only original in the group. You know?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
that's
dad knew the
everybody knows.
Bladders.
Okay.
Oh,
Alrighty,
the
guys. I
Platters,
don't
yeah,
really
they
have
had good music too.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything going on too much on the channel. Just gonna be doing our normal. We're gonna be doing Kingdom Business. We're gonna be talking about that on Monday. We are gonna be on Needed the Divas channel talking about rap ish. And shoot, I really think that's it. Tamika, what you got on your channel? I'm sorry, I didn't even hear you say.
Yeah, pretty much rapish with you, Kingdom Business with you. Um Love at the Lockup tomorrow. Saturday, I got a break. I say to myself, I'm going to enjoy it, and next week it just start all over again. The next movie night with the ladies, I think, is going to be Jackson 5. The last Sunday, y'all know we do our throwback movie. I think that's JD's Revenge. And then the last weekend, December, I mean, yeah, well, I can
When
wait
we
for
doing
that.
that? What day is that?
The last Sunday, I don't even know what date that is right now. Let me see.
Oh,
The
last
26th.
Sunday of the
The
month.
26th? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that'll be when it's time for us to do our. So y'all got time to watch Jackson 5 and y'all got time to watch JD's Revenge, but everything else is pretty much the same.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
cool. Well, shout out to the chat, y'all. We want to thank y'all so much for coming out. Rashonda, appreciate you for coming out. Daria, Samara came through. Ty came through.
Mhm.
Looks like we had Kendall always coming through. Our
Always.
girl, she
Yeah.
always showing love. Tika, Deshaun came through from All Things Ruthless. Savannah was in the building. We had Torque in the building. Had to leave because them kids was still up. So I just want to thank everybody for coming through. Nita came through. Let's see who else came through. I think I said Samara
Pretty
already.
girl was in
Michael
there.
came
Mhm.
through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Pretty Girl came through. Savannah, I think I said Jew. Uh,
Renee Hicks.
Renee came through. What's up? What's up?
Mhm.
What's up? We appreciate you. And then everybody, even the people, One Journey came through.
Dial
People
M
who
for
don't ever
Demarcus.
say
movies.
anything that's just listening, we appreciate you. We know you there, and that is what's up. We
Yeah.
appreciate that. So anyway, y'all, we're about to get up out of here. Until next time. Peace.